Hi, everybody. I just thought I'd take a few minutes and do a quick run through of the Baseball Classics game that I resurrected in my special customized version, electronic scoreboard for Baseball Classics. I updated it a few months back, and I'm really happy with the results. I've really dialed in the pitcher stats and a weighted ratio for whether the arrow goes left to the pitcher or to read to the right off the batter's card based on the pitcher statistics and lefty-righty adjustments. The stats are coming out pretty good. I'm in about halfway through this Mark Fidrich replay. Right now, we're in the top of the eighth of a game played July 20th, 1976, Tigers at Minnesota. You can see Bill Singer has 6 strikeouts, 5 hits, and a walk. The Bird has 1 strikeout, 4 hits, and a walk. So I think the Bird got the win in this one in real life. Yep, he went 9 innings. He was remarkable in 1976. He completed almost virtually like 95% of his games, and a lot of them went, not a lot of them, but more than 2 or 3 went extra innings. So Singer would have been out, but it's a scoreless tie right now. So I got them both in there still. And I just thought I'd run through a couple and see how it ends. So basically, Kim's facing Singer, top of the eighth, 5 hits to 4, no score. Here's the roll, and the arrow goes to the pitcher with a 5-9. That's a flyout. So I've built the fielding matrix into this scoreboard. So when you get a flyout, it shows where it was hit. And if there was a fielding check, it would have just automatically popped up. But no fielding check, so we go to the next batter, Ron LaFleur. He is 0 for 3 on the day with a 10. That's ground out to the catcher. And Tom Verizor and with a 6, and that's a ground out. And now we have a fielding check. If the pitcher is red, in this case, we're going to use the catcher's rating because he is highlighted over here, and he is a red. It's Butch Weineker. So Verizor just got on an error. With 2 outs, brings up Rusty Staub. And 8, that's a single. And I've also added automatic base running advancement. The text will actually appear here if the base runner gets extra bases, if it's a double play, things like that. And I'm real happy with how that's turned out too. So I'll register the single, and it was to right field. There's no extra text, so he gets 1 base. Willie Horton comes up. We have a 12-15, and here we go. We're going to have our first run of the game. That's a double. All I have to do is click on double. It'll tell me if the runner was to score or not, and he didn't. But it is 1-0 now. Jason Thompson. So the error, as it typically happens in baseball, made all the difference. Because there were 2 outs, that would have been the 3rd out. So we have a 14, and that's a walk. Bases loaded for Ben Ogilvy. 9-5-14, and there's a walk, another run in. I'm going to try to see if Singer can't finish the inning. 9-12, yep, strikeout. So the Birds got the 2-run lead, bottom of the 8th, bringing up Bob Randall. 9-10 is a ground out to second base. Steve Braun with an 8 at the pop out to second base. Brings up Dave McKay with an 8 pop out to the catcher. So Bill Singer will be replaced by Bill Campbell was the next pitcher. So we'll replace him and go to the lineup for the Twins. Bill Campbell was the next pitcher. And he'll face Chuck Scrivener, leading off the top of the 9th with a 13. That's a strikeout. Bruce Kim, 5. That's a flyout. We have a fielding check. Braun is a green, so he makes the out. He makes the play. Ron LaFleur's up. 12, and that is a line out to third base. So the Bird needs 3 outs to get the win. Facing Rod Carew, 331 and 76. With a 10, that's a ground out. Oh, catcher check, and it is Bruce Kim makes the play. 9 is a fly out. Fielding check, and it is an error. So we have another error in the game. Lyman Bostic, 5, that's 2 balls. The green indicates Fidrich is a control pitcher, and you can see that that would have been a walk for many pitchers. There's a 9, that's a fly out. And 10 is a ground out. And so that is the game. So I'll hit Q on my keyboard, and that'll compute all the stats for the pitchers. You can see Fidrich gave up 4 hits on a walk and 1 strikeout. Let's see. He had 2 walks and 2 strikeouts in the real game, gave up 10 hits and 3 runs. And what I'll do is I can export the stats here to a spreadsheet. Oh, I actually don't even do that for my Fidrich replays. What I typically do is just I do that for my other leagues. I typically just do a screenshot and bring that over and then enter in my stats here for the batters. And then for Fidrich here, this is where we were with Fidrich before the game started. He's 9-2 through 12 starts. Try to keep the innings fairly close. You can see the numbers are looking really good. They'll kind of spread a little bit because of this one. He pitched a shutout where in real life he gave 3 runs, of which all 3 were earned. But in general, it's coming out pretty good. You can see the batting averages here. Maybe a little inflated, actually, for the Tigers. Team batting average of 283, but I do not have the pitcher in there on this one. Some of the replays I've put the pitcher in there, so this is without the pitcher. Oh, well, obviously they had the designated hitter then. So anyway, that's my stats, what I'm looking at so far, about halfway through. More than halfway through, I guess. Or right about halfway, anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of do that run through of what the new Baseball Classics electronic scoreboard that I made is doing for me, and share that with everybody. Thanks for watching. I had a few minutes left on my software that allows me 15 minutes of video time for free. It's called Screencast-O-Matic, and that's what I make my videos with, and it limits me to 15 minutes, which is fine. You can pay for more, but that's fine for me. So just wanted to go over more about the scoreboard. If you've seen my electronic scoreboards, they all kind of work the same. But for Baseball Classics, this is the runner's speed. You have green, yellow, blue, and red, and the same color coding for the fielding. I use RTOT from Baseball Reference for the fielding. And then I have calculations to put their speed into the different categories, and I'm pretty satisfied with that too. Let's see. I've added, if there's a deep drive in the game, instead of home runs, you have deep drives. And so I'm able to actually use a more targeted home run chart like Verizon's green. So his role would have been over here on the green, and a 32 would have resulted in a fly out. Other batters are either black or purple or red, and they would use their appropriate column if they got a deep drive off their card or the pitcher's card. And when you see special, then I go to the targeted left-handed batter, right-handed batter pitch by pitch roll chart. And that's where it comes in whether the pitcher has control or not. He would get a fly out. If he's a strikeout pitcher, he would get a K on this pitch right here, or a strike, depending on if it's his third strike, it would be a K or not. But this is a pitch by pitch mode. Let's see what else we got in here. I got my baseball classic charts, which handle the base running in typical standard mode play, but I have that built into this. But for stealing, I do use the stealing chart. And you can also use the play action simulator. Every time somebody gets on, this can generate pickoff attempts and catcher interference and things like that. Rain delays. So I've always had fun with baseball classics, but I just wanted it to be more accurate for me, and that's what I've kind of come up with and done. So let's see, is that about it? I create the cards from stats that I import from Baseball Reference, and so the cards are created on the fly. When each batter comes up, the code generates the card. I included their picture, and the scoreboard, computes the score for me and does the box score. After I've exported it, it kind of has to clean up the columns to create my spreadsheet that I do for exporting. And you can see how that works. And so if it wasn't for the Fidrich replay, I would actually just take these stats right here, copy and paste them into the spreadsheet, and it computes the stats for me, because I've coded the spreadsheets to read whether it's an S for single, asterisk for RBI, W for walks, D for doubles, home runs. And so I'm able to just paste them into the spreadsheet, and it calculates my stats. But for the Fidrich pitching replays that I do, I typically just use something like this and hand jam the batting stats into this, and then I put in my pitching stats here. But before the stats are exported, it's a nice clean look like it is here. This is what it looks like. We have ground balls, flyouts, ground balls, Ks, walks, error. So we had 2 errors for the Tigers and 1 for the Twins in this game. Singer had 7 strikeouts, 3 walks. In real life, he pitched 6 innings, so 2 innings less, but he only had 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. So anyway, that is about it, folks. See you on the forums. Thanks.